Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Lockie and today we are here with some Formula 1 2015. So last time out we were at we raced at Canada and I believe we finished like 4th or 5th, and so as you can see in the championship we moved up ahead of our teammate and Romain Grosjean to 29 points, and we might be able to get Felipe Massa. He's not too far ahead. So, and we have a look in the constructors, and we're only 15 points behind Red Bull, and we're quite far away from Lotus and everyone else. But they can still catch us. It only takes a few good races. So without further ado, let's get into it.
What a session it's been for Mercedes today. They've locked the front row of the grid for tomorrow's race.
They've really worked hard this weekend, and it seems they've been able to set up the cars perfectly today. Whether this will translate into race pace tomorrow, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Alright, so there you go, that's my qualifying lap. The car was a little looser than I would have liked. Had great first sector, couldn't hold it together in the middle sector, and the final sector we were good. So, but P5 is still a good result for me. I do feel like I could have gotten onto the front three or maybe even the front row. But yeah, we got one problem though. I have a dry setup, not a wet setup, because in this game it doesn't tell you what your race is going to be. At least I haven't figured out how to make it tell me. So this is going to be very interesting, this race. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the race.
Okay, the race start is confirmed as wet, so keep in mind we won't need to use both tri-components.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna touch. I have no front end, so already I need to tell them to increase it. That's what I thought was going to happen, and I can't change it on the grid, which sucks even more. I didn't even think I was going to get into position there. That was more me going to not have an accident. Okay, the more I do increase, they're only going to do one, which sucks. A little wide there. This is going to be a tricky race unless it dries up, which I don't actually know if it will. There are blue skies around. Ooh, I've gone off. I've been hit. Someone's taken me out, and I have a funny feeling that was Raikkonen again. And I don't want to turn around. Flick it around now. Yeah, I didn't want to turn it around in front of everyone, if you're wondering, because I didn't want to have an accident. Ooh, we're sliding. Alright, I'm going in. Whoops. No, that was an accident. If you're wondering why I'm coming in, it's purely on the fact that the tires are probably overheating and gone, so I just feel like it'd be better if I pit now rather than later. And it looks like Raikkonen pitted as well, so it's not too far up the road. I'm still mad because that is now the third time Raikkonen has taken me out. 3 times. It's ridiculous. I did not mean to go to inters. I said full wets. Unless this is what we're meant to be on, which I highly doubt.
That's 17th place. You've moved up into P17.
This is confusing. Why am I on intermediate? I did say full wet. Well, we're just going to have to see how we go on inters then, and pray that the race comes to us. Which I don't think it's going to do. This is so weird. Why am I on these tyres? I just don't understand it. I think I'm going to have to pit again. I can't race on these tyres. Oh, I'll hold out.
Tires are shown to be within the optimal temperature range.
Ooh, it's skatey. It wants to slide.
Pit window will open in 40 laps time. 17 laps to go.
Don't think these tyres are going to make it to 14 with this much sliding. But we'll see.
Okay, here's the fuel situation at the moment. We have 20 kilos remaining. That's 20 kilos. We're low on fuel by a little. You need to compensate at some point.
Wait, what am I running? Did I not go rich? I did. We'll just go standard. And I want to go vehicle condition.
Borderline, but if I were you, I'd come in and change tyres. I'm just not sure we're on the right ones for the conditions anymore. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected.
So that's good that they're lower than we expected, but it's obvious why. But he's kind of saying that he doesn't know what tyre we should be on.
That's really going for it. He's just put in the best lap of the race so far.
So I'm thinking I might stay on these tyres because it.
Update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now.
I reckon these tyre, if the track's going to come to us, because even he says he's not sure.
Till we see this heavy rain ease up into light rain.
I don't know. I could go full wets, but Alonso's not really catching me, so it's not too bad staying on here. And if I stay on here, these tyres, then I reckon I can catch them. I just got to be careful on how much this thing wants to slide, and they should be all good.
You're losing 3 seconds a lap to Raikkonen. 3 seconds.
Whatever.
You're losing time to Alonso. He's reduced the gap by 5/10.
It's not too bad. It's not enough to pass me unless I make a mistake.
Okay, at the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
Okay, so we're gonna run lean. There you go. Oh, I thought I went to standard. The game might be glitching out and not listening to what I do. Now it did. Maybe that's what happened with the wet tires. Take this corner. I would admit the car's definitely starting to grip up a little more. Not 100%, but it is definitely getting grippier.
That's the race leader.
Ooh, little slide there. Get a good exit through here.
We brake this heavy rain to ease up in around 15 minutes time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, there's about 3/4 of our starting fuel left in the tank. That's 3/4 of our fuel load remaining.
I wonder, can I, because I said I'm going to need to pit again. Can I,
And adjust the front wing on your Xbox.
yeah, okay, cool. Because I want more front wing. Man, Alonso's really not catching me. Like, he is, but he's not catching me in any way to pass. So we should be fine. We should be able to finish here. Not that I want to, but if worse comes to worse. Went a little wide there. Don't want to get taken out again. At least Raikkonen's not around. Ooh, it's sliding. It definitely doesn't want to hold on the rear end, but we'll make it. Little sliding there. Coming in. Ooh, we're going to run a little wide. Keep our foot in it. That'll have to do. Run wide again.
Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't mean to do that one.
Rosberg's just taken first place.
I don't really care who's in first. How's the vehicle?
Looks like it's probably about time we change tyres. It's a bit of a crossover period for sure, but the longer we stay out, the worse it's going to get.
It's kind of in the crossover period. I really don't want to have to go off these tyres, but I understand that there's a good chance that I'm gonna have to. But I guess as long as I'm fighting for a position here, it's good. And if we're catching Marie, which means we're gonna gain another position. So I'll stay on these tyres. I'll run on these. I'll take the risk. But if I can, if it's only like 3 or 4 laps to the end when we have to pit, I'll stay on these tyres because the track's definitely coming to us. Here, look, pit window. 9 laps. So I'll just stay on these to the end. Oh, actually, that's a good point. How's that feel?
Fuel level is now 15 kilos. There are 15 kilos of fuel remaining.
Okay, I kind of like percentage, but that's alright. So yeah, so I'm gonna stay on these tires because the tracks. We're speeding up. We broke a second. We were 19 seconds. Well, sorry, 1 minute 19 every lap before the last one, and then we got into the 18. So the track's coming to us. So let's stay on this. We're starting to pull away from Alonso. We're catching Roberto Meri. And I'm just going to run these to the end. Ooh, sliding a lot there. How's the weather?
Should improve in 10 minutes time. Light rain in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So not too bad. We're definitely... I don't know. I'm comfortable staying on these tyres. Alonso's in the pits. A lot of people are in the pits. So I wonder if that is everyone going, crap, we need to get onto the next lot of tyres. Uh-oh. That's a good thing Raikkonen came into the pits, but it's also a bad thing that is behind me. Yeah, so we're on the right tyre. So it's a good thing we stayed on here and didn't change. But now we have to fend off Raikkonen, who we know does not like us for whatever reason, because he's taken us out 3 times now. Took us out in China, I believe, Bahrain, and now, like this race. I can't remember if he's taken us out anywhere else. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
We're fine. I'll run this until lap 10.
So we eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now.
Yeah, of course you are. You're telling me to come in before, and now that everyone's gone on to them, it's all good.
The tyre deck are going to kick in soon. We should be alright for the time being, but you will start to find it a bit more slippery out there.
Yeah, but we're caught up to everyone, and we're quick on this tyre.
Good job, nice overtake.
We might be able to make it into the top 10 now, and we have Ericsson behind us. which has put a gap in between us and Raikkonen. So hopefully I can pull away from Raikkonen now, because I don't like him being behind me, although he might pass Ericsson now by the looks of it. No, hopefully not, because I really don't want to have to deal with him being behind me. He hit the grass, that was a little unsettling, but we're fine. We can come in. Okay, cool. So in a second I'll turn my engine up to mix mode 3, full noise, and we can run. Alright, here we go. Rich for now. We want to get away from Raikkonen, we want to get Maldonado, get a gap in between us. This is how we're going to do it. Okay, how's the weather? There we go, got a gap between us. Damn it, Raikkonen is still behind us. So now I'm curious to, if we go light rain, would we be able to switch to slick tires? That's what I'm wondering, is when it clears up, are we able to go another step down? It's going to be interesting to see, but I shouldn't be worrying about that. I should be worrying about keeping Jesus, they're all going for it. I got pulled to the right there. I would have been fine if I didn't get pulled to the right for whatever reason. Here comes Raikkonen. I'm gonna have to leave some racing room. There we go, being a fair racer as I am, I left him racing room. So, but I will pass him back if I get the chance. There we go, got a decent exit. He got a little bit of a better one because I ran a little tight, but that's fine. We are catching him though. I might be able to have a look down into this corner, and I will. I'm just going to try and run him out wide a little. There we go, he has to hit the brakes. Ooh, a little floaty in the rear there. He's going to the left. We'll have the inside line for the next corner. We should be able to fight for this position. Here we go. Throttle on, try and get as best of an exit as we can. He is going to have the corner inside to the next corner, but we might be able to crisscross him. Here we go. Ooh, got a little too slidey on that rear end, but he's also had to back off a little, but he will keep that position and pull away. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to catch Raikkonen, but if we can stick with him and get the cars in front, that would be amazing. Ooh, been a little. I thought I had some tires on the inside. Turns out I didn't. Oh well. But yeah, we need to stick with him and catch the cars in front and just go through like a train and pass them, and we still might be able to get a top 10. Oh, someone's taken some damage, so that's another position for us, and Raikkonen has been bogged down and it's green flag, so we can take those positions. Now it's gone to yellow. There we go, that's beautiful for us, but I mean, Raikkonen's going to catch us and try and overtake us again. So, Perez, by the looks of it, has had another accident. Ooh. There we go, we get decent exit, not amazing, but decent. Yeah, and I don't think I'll have enough of my tyres. Like, sorry, I mean, it's not dry enough to go to slicks. So, that's alright. 5.6 seconds, Oh, that's actually a good point. How are we for fuel?
Information for you on the fuel. Our level is now at 10 kilograms. That's 10 kilograms of fuel remaining.
Whoops, didn't mean to do it.
Excess of fuel. We have some spare fuel to burn.
Okay, so we do have spare fuel. That's all good. Crisscross him here. Need that good exit. We didn't get the good exit, unfortunately, and he's going to keep that position by the looks of it.
Perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Okay, so he doesn't think, which means we might do another lap or two. I might go, not this lap, but the next lap, come in and put on a set of slick tyres. When we're not going to get top 10, and this is our bet, we're not going to be able to keep this position because our tyres are gone. So I think going to the slick tyres, actually I won't do it this lap. But I will do it next lap. It's our only chance to even get a decent result. So I know it still looks a little wet, but if you have a look at the tyres, we'll run wide again. If you have a look at the tyres down the straight when I'm on the line, they're not having that much water come up. So we might be able to pull it off, and I'm going to give it a go. So Roberto Mary, that's interesting. What tyres is he on? We want options for our next box. So he's still got the intermediate tyres on. He's going to get us. No, that's why I need to pit, because there's no way I'm going to be able to fight for this position unless I pit and I'm on a drastic difference, which will happen. It's happened to me in the past, in the older games. So if it's meant to be slicks, then I will definitely be able to pick up the pace. Alrighty, we went a little wide there. I had to be careful on the throttle because the tyres are very worn. Confirm box. I didn't get to change select tyres. Let him go because we want to come into pits. We ran a little wide there. Oh, I can't change it now. We ran a little wide there, which is unfortunately, but that's alright. We lost a little time. Hopefully, we are going on. These tyres are going to work, and we have an advantage. But we'll have to see what happens. Isn't it? Alright, so we'll run standard. So we'll go under standard. I don't think it's going to be too bad actually. No, it's not too bad. I think we might make up a couple of positions. So no, these tyres are alright. At least if we come in again, we'll lose another couple of positions. We might as well stay on these. But they're not too bad. I just got to pick it up. The line's currently lying to me. I have a little bit more grip than what it says. We've got to be careful of fishtailing again. There we go. No, I think it's good. I think we're on the right tyres, and that this will work. As I said, we had to pit no matter what, because we were going to lose those positions, so it was just, if we go into these, we try something different, and maybe get an advantage. So 4.8, so we'll, to Alonso, so we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how I go through this lap, and if I can catch him. And that's not too bad, because we only lost 2 positions. I didn't hear what he said, but oh, I think the leaders are about to come through, so hopefully we can cross the line before they get us. And I'm going on to the last lap because I don't want to finish a lap short, but we might. Alrighty. get a good lot of throttle to it. Yeah, which means it's, as long as I don't go offline, the car's really good. Like, it's sticking to the track. Better than what the Inters were at the end of their stint. Ooh, and a little wide there. But managed to keep it online in the corner, and that was good. So 17.7. Alrighty, well, I feel like we're about to catch him. We're not doing bad times, you know. I'm only 0.1 off my best. I can't remember if I set the best with these tires or not. So we're definitely going a lot quicker. And it looks like there's some debris into this corner. We might make up another position because someone's had an accident. Okay, so we need to cross the line before that car behind us catches us, if that is the leader. Because then we get to go on to the final lap. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to catch Alonso or anyone else unless that was an accident and we get them through them pitting. We ran the risk of... Yeah, why not? We got a lap to go after this. Might as well. There's a big gap to the car behind, so if we do start to run out of fuel a little and it bugs down, we got plenty of room to cover ourselves. At least I hope that's not Will Stevens behind me. Alright, so here we go. So I think that was the leader. Still not sure, but looks like as well Sebastian Vettel is battling with Alonso, and we are catching them, and the tyres aren't sliding at all now. We have closed the gap to them quite a lot. I don't think we'll be able to get them unless Vettel starts really hammering for that place. Yeah, I don't really care about that. We are catching them quite a lot, actually, quite quickly. This could be a final few... I doubt it, but it could be. If I get a good run through here, which I got a decent one, I don't think I will... It's all about what happens with Vettel. If he can run Alonso wide or make something happen... Look, they're right there. We really close the gap. We're not going to get them, but if there was one more lap, I probably could have caught Alonso because it was a dry track for my last lap. So unfortunately we got this position. I felt if we didn't get taken out at the beginning, we would have had a good race, but unfortunately we did get taken out. So this is where we finished.
The German national anthem that was played on the podium for our race winners today, Mercedes.
It was a fantastic performance and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Okay, so there you go. You can see we are in 16th place. Felipe Massa DNF'd, and Roberto Meri got a penalty for something. And that car behind us was definitely the leaders catching us. And look at the best time compared to Alonso, and that was on the final lap. So we were definitely catching them. One more lap and I would have had that position, but you know what happened. You can also see Danny Kvyat got a penalty. Well, I have no clue of what he did. Kimi Raikkonen, who took us out, finished in 9th. Max Verstappen finished in 6th. Lewis Hamilton got the win with Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo behind him. So we'll move on to see the championship now. So as you can see, we are still in 8th. We haven't moved anywhere, but we are now tied with Grosjean and Max Verstappen. So we're going to have a fight on our hands. And because Felipe Massa had another DNF this season, he didn't get away from us, so he's still very much in range for us to catch him. So we'll have a look at constructors and see how that's going. So there you go, you can see we are in 5th, we haven't moved. Red Bull unfortunately has got a fair amount of points and pulled away. They are now 22 points ahead of us rather than 15. Oop, sorry about that, the controllers just need to reconnect. So there you go, so you can see there. I don't know what my controller is doing. Sorry about that. But yeah, so alright, well, either way, we're in 5th. Well, I've been caught up a little bit, but unfortunately, we just have to deal with that. Sort my controller out for the next episode. But thank you guys for watching, and see ya.